Let's move on to the team I'm extremely excited about and was surprised when I saw their win total at 6.5, and that is the Buffalo Bills. Win total 6.5, juiced heavily to the over, minus 160 here at this book, under at plus 130, 10-1 to win the division, 50-1 the conference, 100-1 to win the bowl. Ed Oliver, Defensive Rookie of the Year at plus 800. Josh Allen passing yards at 3,200 and a 0.5, 3,200 and a half. Bills are improved. So improved. There's hope in Buffalo. Josh Allen last year, 10 touchdowns, 12 picks, 2,000 yards. He did improve as the season went on. 631 rush yards. They add Cody Ford out of Oklahoma to protect him. John Brown comes in. LaShawn McCoy capable of having a bounce back year. A very strong defense. First-round pick Ed Oliver is a beast. Donnie, is a 10-win season ridiculous? Because, I mean, I think a 9-win season is possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm high on the Bills. I mean, I can sort of equate them when you take a look at what we looked at the Chicago Bears last year. We didn't know we were going to get out of the quarterback with Mitch Trubisky. Maybe he takes a step up, but they really exceeded their potential last year and played some really good football. I don't know if that's capable of the team right now in Buffalo, but when you take a look overall, the team and the schematics, I love the head football coach. I love what they do on defense. They got a steal in the draft, went for complete value, didn't overreach at any position. You added some stuff to wide receiver. Cole Beasley would be a pretty decent option on third down. You have some talent at wide receiver, but the one thing that you want to take a look at this team is because when we're gamblers out here. We're trying to win some money. So if 6.5, you look at that, like, you know what? That seems a little bit low, a little bit high, even though in, Buffalo, home field advantage, pretty good there. But over the past couple years, 5 years, you take a look, 9 wins, 8 wins, 7 wins, 9 wins, and 6 wins. They're already around that number here. So it's not like you're looking for a big leap saying, well, this team won 3 games. Now we need them to win 8 games. This team is going to challenge for that team total. They should win 7 games. They should push for 8 games. You should sweep Miami this year and go 2-0. You should be able to go toe-to-toe in that home game this year with the New England Patriots, and you should be able to split with the Jets, which should help them out. I like the direction that Buffalo's going. If we take a look, 12-1 to win the AFC East. I don't know if they're on or as talented as the New York Jets, so I don't know if I would take a flyer on that. But the 6.5 heavy juice, they should get the 7 wins here this year, Jimmy.
I think so too, Whale Capper. What do you think about this Bills spot?
Well, for me, their floor is about 6 wins, and their ceiling is about 9. And I do see value on the over for their season win total. And it is noteworthy that between the win total openers and today, this has been the most heavily backed over of all 32 teams in the NFL. So the market in general is kind of drinking the same sort of Kool-Aid we are, which is this team is being undervalued to a degree. Let's talk about why that is, though. Number one, they made more investments on the defense that was already good. But it's not exactly obvious that defense matters all that much in the NFL nowadays. If you go up against a high-powered offense, you're going to have a tough time keeping up with them from a scoring standpoint with your quarterback on the other side, Josh Allen. Number two, they invested in one of the weaknesses of their team, which was the offensive line. Josh Allen did not have a ton of time last year. He's a guy that throws the ball well deep down the field, and if you're not going to give him a clean pocket and especially long amount of time to find his receivers down the field, then it's going to be tough to make the home run plays. But they've done a nice job of addressing that. Presumably, you're going to have a lot better performance out of the O-line, which may give you some nicer numbers on Josh Allen. Josh Allen, though, is really where kind of the buck stops with this team. Some of the sharper folks I talked to in the NFL circles, handicapping circles, I've kind of made this case to, man, aren't the Bills undervalued? Like, isn't this the easiest one on the board? Like, Bills over? Like, look at their schedule. Like, I can make a compelling case that they have 6 wins at home this year. They have a legit home field advantage. They've got an easy home slate. Like, you're telling me all I need is 1 or 2 road wins to cash this over? Like, what's going on here? And everybody kind of says, yeah, but this is a quarterback league, and your quarterback is Josh Allen. And will it surprise either of you if we look up after a full season of play and we say, are you surprised that Josh Allen was the 32nd best starting quarterback in the NFL this year? It's not going to surprise me. He has a very, very difficult time completing some of the very basic passing that you need. A lot of his positive, value that he added to the team last year came in scrambling, which I don't think is repeatable. And he is not necessarily working with an especially impressive group of weapons. LaShawn McCoy is a year older. You brought it up. Maybe he has a bounce back year. Maybe he's a 30-plus-year-old running back who's in decline, and we never see him again. Like, that's an entirely feasible, reasonable, potential outcome here. And his receiving core is brutal. It's brutal. When you heard, who was it? Ian Rappaport made the mistake that the Bills had made a trade for Antonio Brown, and it was like, oh, okay, like that. That's an upgrade in their receiving core. I see what they're doing here. That falls through. He goes to Oakland. You look at their receiving depth chart. You're telling me Zay Jones has the ability to get open down the field and actually catch the ball? I need to see that to believe it. So there's a lot of question marks in the passing game for this team. And just kind of overall with the way that the league is kind of set up now, where that is your key to success week in, week out, it is tough to really be that bullish in the Bills. Although I will say with a number that is that low, with a defense that is good, and with a schedule that affords them some relatively easy wins, I think their team total over is the look here.
I agree. Over 6.5, even at that juice, it just feels very attainable.